He creates his own paper airplane designs. He can make a paper airplane fly at any speed he wants. And he can even make a paper airplane fly back to him. The paper airplane guy, also known as John Collins, from California, USA, is in town to give a workshop at Science Center for the participants of the Singapore Amazing Flying Machine Competition 2011. He spent 40 years designing and folding many different kinds of paper airplanes, but can he make paper airplanes out of every paper? RazorTV brings a stack of papers, from magazine to newsletters and even the phone book, to challenge him.
I brought some papers for you to take a look through, and you can decide whether or not it's suitable to make planes out of, and you can tell us about the texture, what's suitable and what's not.
This is sort of magazine stock. It's a little bit thicker than some magazines. The glossy part is okay all by itself. It's probably a little thick to make a great plane from, and it's not structurally sound. It doesn't hold a crease as well as just regular copier paper. It's kind of counterintuitive. It looks like it's high quality, but it's really not great for paper airplane making. What do we have next here? This is even thicker magazine stock, and you might be able to make a good dart out of that, but something that has as many creases in the nose as the Starfighter, this would be really difficult to fold into that shape. You'd probably need stronger fingers than I have to make that one work. Phone book paper. Now, I have some planes that work great from phone book paper. There's a specialty plane, the bat plane. Did we talk about the bat plane earlier? This guy actually didn't start out to be the bat plane. It actually started out to be the seagull plane. It was kind of a mistake, actually. When you throw the bat plane, and it's made from this, just regular thickness paper, you can see the wings kind of twitch a little bit. Now, the first time I threw that, I didn't understand what was going on there. But it took me about 2 weeks to figure out exactly what was happening. So when I finally figured it out, I folded the same thing from phone book paper. Let me just show you that real fast. I'm just going to square off this. I can usually tear a much straighter line than most people can cut with a pair of scissors. So the bat plane starts with probably one of the hardest folds to make, just straight folding, which is a diagonal all the way across the page. That's the longest fold that you can make in a piece of paper, is going all the way across the diagonal. And so naturally you need to do two of those.
How do you manage such precision?
There's a lot of technique, subtle technique when it comes to folding. Now, what you're seeing here is that I will nail down this corner and then move that corner, and then just sort of work the paper until it gets into position there. So it's kind of a compromise, kind of a game you got to play.
Does a wrong fold end up resulting in some, I don't know,
affecting
everything?
Small errors at the beginning turn into large errors at the end. And depending on the plane, they can be very, very large. When I teach a simple plane, I like to choose an aircraft that is really forgiving, so that you can make a few errors. You know, if you've never folded a paper airplane before, you can make a few errors in the folding of the plane and it'll still work. Now this is our old water bomb base coming back, only I'm water bombing the entire page instead of just the top part of the page. The whole page is going to get water bombed. So, and you can see that these guys don't meet in the center here, and that's what allows the center of the plane to be very flexible, and that's what allows the wings to flap when it flies. So now we're just going to start the process of moving enough paper forward so that I've got a forward center of gravity. Hold these guys back to the outside now. And again, I'm just narrowing the front of the plane, stacking up some layers of paper so I've got some weight where I want it. And now we're going to fold in half. And you can see that center of the plane, there aren't a lot of layers right there where that center crease is. And now we're going to give it what's probably too much up elevator, which is one of the reasons that it stalls. That flapping motion is actually a rapid series of stalls. The wings flex together during the stall phase. At the apex of the stall, no more aerodynamic pressure, the wings can relax, and the front of the plane falls, and it starts flying again, and then it stalls, and then flies, and then stalls, and then flies. So just curving the thickest part of the wing right here, that helps it stay together. Now there's always a little adjustment to get it to flap perfectly. Started to flap a little bit at the end, so we'll just take a little bit out of the leading edge here. There you go.
Oh. As it turns out, phone book paper is actually great for making planes, and better yet, the plane's wings actually flap when flying. Don't miss the next part as John Collins, the paper airplane guy, shows us another creation using phone book paper.